I want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. It says, how do we lay up treasures in heaven like Jesus instructed us to do in Matthew chapter 6, verse 20? Well, there in the middle of the context of what we know as the Sermon on the Mount, God's giving instructions, and Jesus is telling that audience, that crowd, how they can be heavenly minded and not just earthly minded. And he instructs us to lay up treasures in heaven where moth does not and cannot destroy and rust does not wear out. And per the question is, okay, how do we do that? Well, I think the best way to answer it is actually from 1 Corinthians chapter 3. 1 Corinthians chapter 3, written to folks hopefully like you and definitely like me, believers in the Lord Jesus Christ. He is addressing believers where he says there's a day coming where you and I will stand before the judgment seat of Christ. In other words, as believers, give an account of ourselves to the Lord. And it says there that all that we have done will be tested by fire. And some of our works will be wood, hay, and stubble. Some will be gold, silver, and precious stones. And so what we discover is that laying up our treasures in heaven is essentially living a life, making decisions, doing those things which are honoring to the Lord and not just carnal, fleshly, and earthly. And so again, you say, okay, how do I do that? Well, I think the best metric is actually found in Colossians chapter 3, where it says, do everything as unto the Lord. So again, every one of us has multitudes of decisions and opportunities each and every day. We have to ask ourselves, am I going to do this deed? Am I going to perform this action? Am I going to make this decision based on my faith and belief and trust in the Lord Jesus Christ? Or am I just doing what I want to do because it pleases me? I think that's kind of the simplistic dividing line. So if you want to lay up treasures in heaven, essentially every decision, every thought, every action should be honoring to the Lord Jesus Christ. And don't worry about the wood, hay, stubble, and the gold, silver, and precious stones. Let the Lord settle that when you get to him face to face. Great question. If you have one, send it to askjeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at askjeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.